podcast. Shout out to the replay gang. If you clicked on this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And also, shout out to everybody that's gonna be tuning in live. Normally I do the sponsors, but tonight we're gonna let Fanny take a crack at the sponsors. And so, let's get straight into the sponsors, Fanny.
Well, shout out to Apex and shout out to Yo Nail Polish, created by the man himself, TSM Rapper. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so now and go get your nails done. Get them fabulous colors. What colors do we have on deck, TSM?
As of right now, we have black. We are working on navy blue, and so it's gonna be dope.
Thank you for the blue boo.
Yep, yo.
No more.
Each and every polished bottle you see behind me is actually from our brand. So make sure that y'all paying with that.
And shout out, like he said, to everybody that will be joining us. Shout out to the replay games, the Cloud Watchers, and everybody who will be joining tonight's show. We really appreciate you coming and being here. Hello, Joshua. Thank you
Yo,
for
Josh, thank you for
coming.
coming through. Appreciate you, and thank you for teaching me the
For the
ropes.
hearts as well.
Yeah, he's teaching me the TikTok thing. I'm gonna have my camera on briefly, Fanny. What are we gonna be discussing today?
Okay. Today we're going to be discussing food reviews, yours, of course, and your music.
You know what?
That is the topic for this evening.
It's
It's music and food reviews.
it's crazy that you even brought that up. So before we even get into it, do you know like it wasn't my interest at all to even do food reviews. Like it just wasn't my interest. But like once I started doing those reviews, I started seeing the attention it was getting. So I was like, okay, people really love to see food get criticized. But yeah, so what made you choose that topic?
Just like you said, people love food reviews. I'm a foodie. You know that. And you a foodie too. And it just know what your favorite food is and just your reactions and your reviews to it. I thought they were funny. They've always been funny. I remember when you did my food review a while ago, and you said you couldn't even make up your mind what you like best. So it's your reactions for me, how you just review foods differently. You have your own unique style. So I just thought it would be a great idea for us to talk about that.
Yeah, some mom better be careful. They've been sending me pictures on TikTok and it ain't some of these fools getting some bad criticism. But yeah, I think you want to start now.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think with the food reviews, like I said, I love food. I got to the point with food, right, where as I started exercising, I learned that sometimes you have to force yourself to eat stuff that you don't even like to taste. Sometimes you have to force yourself to eat enough food where you could be full. Prince Daniel, thank you for coming in. We had two fellas that have stepped in the building. And I think that's kind of what got me into food. Like I said, during this exercising, I'm looking up this guy called Kali Muscle, and just kind of
What's his name
Kali
again?
Muscle. Yeah,
Okay.
and I learned from him that the best thing that you could do to gain weight and put muscle mass is force yourself to eat stuff that you don't want to eat and stuff that you may not necessarily like. And as I got to doing that, I'm like, yo, you know what? Since I'm already eating food I really don't like, I want to criticize other people's food too, based off the looks of it. And shoot, I done ate so many different things that I think I got a pretty much good hand at criticizing food.
Hey, Prince. What is the food? We know you don't like seafood. What's another food you just don't like?
I can't stand like greens. I can't do the greens. Um, what else? I had tried what is it? Curry, chicken curry. I tried that before one time, and I felt bad because the lady took me out, and she was from I think she was from like I forget where she was from, but wherever she was from, that was like their main dish was like the chicken curry, and she was like, "Yo, you need you need to try my, her country's food and, her country original food and all of that." She's like, "I'm gonna take you to this place where it's real Ghana, it's Ghana people." She said, "It's real Ghana's cooking this food and this chicken curry, and you're gonna love it." And I just like, I don't know if it was that particular restaurant, but I tasted and it's just like too salty, too mushy, too gooey. So I gotta stay away from the chicken curry.
I just found out today you absolutely hate watermelon. You said yuck.
Oh my gosh. Ever since I was a kid, I used to have to like miss out because that would be like, after every meal a kid get a snack or be rewarded for eating all their food. And they get a watermelon, instead of like a cake or ice cream or a bag of chips. And I gotta look at all the kids eat watermelon. My auntie telling me like if you don't eat it, you're just missing out, no snack for you. And so I just never liked it. It has no flavor to it's I tried to eat it with sugar, I tried it with salt. Like people was like, yo, try it with different stuff. I tried it in a salad and just like no flavor there for me.
Hey, Paprika, welcome.
Yo, Pat, what's going on? Thank you so much for stopping by. Y'all make sure that y'all hit the
So,
like button.
what made you decide to do food reviews?
Like I say, one day I was on Instagram. It was before I had TikTok. It was on Instagram, and I was speaking with a young lady. I think I commented on her food or something like that, and then I told her to go check my YouTube channel out. And she was like, "Oh, I see you kind of do reactions. Can you react to my food or whatever?" And I ended up reacting to like her barbecue or something. And like I said, it wasn't in my kind of gut to like react to food. It's just like cliche to me. But when I did it, I've seen the algorithm go up. I've seen it skyrocket. And so just like you gotta eat some things that you don't want to eat, sometimes in this YouTube game, you gotta do some things you don't want to do, and it's gonna help you skyrocket your content. And that's what it was for me.
So, besides mac and cheese, what is a good combination side dish that you just have to have?
Um, you know what? I say potatoes, the Salisbury steak, the cornbread, the corn on the cob, that southern Sunday meal. So gotta X out the grains, but like potatoes, the smashed potatoes, the corn on the cob. Gotta have some cornbread and some kind of meat with it. But that's a great meal too. What's going on, Keisha? Thank you for coming.
Hey, Lakeisha, do you like home cooked cornbread or the jiffy?
I can't stand Jiffy. Um, I mean, it got an okay flavor, but that homemade ain't nothing like homemade cornbread. I think homemade cornbread is absolutely the best. You get that texture you want, you get the flavor you want. You can make it as thick as you want, as thin as you want, and you can pretty much do whatever you want to it. That Jiffy mix has to be cooked a certain way. If it ain't cooked a certain way, then you went for trouble.
I agree. I agree. Is there any questions you want to ask me as far as food?
Well, yeah, I do. I get under your skin a lot about expensive meals, etc. Right? What is the best
Mhm.
struggle meal that you ever had? I'm gonna give you an example. For me, my auntie used to make like a big pot because there was six of us in the house. She used to make a big pot of ramen noodles, and she would like scramble up ground beef like hamburger meat, the same way you scramble it up for tacos, and she would mix that inside the ramen noodles. And till this day, that's like a meal I go to, even if I'm not struggling. Like I can have like a ton of money, and I'm still probably gonna want to have a taste for that. So, what is your best struggle meal?
Struggle meal. That's hard because my granny from the south, so we had many struggle meals. Like she did a lot of things from scratch. Corned beef hash. I wasn't a fan of that. Still don't like that to this day. Um, Let me see what else we would have. We always had cornbread with every meal. So cornbread was a staple um, in my granny's house. I don't know anybody from the South because she was from Tipton, Georgia. She would always mix like cornbread with buttermilk, and I'm just like, I could see your face. I could see your face right now. That was something that we had when we didn't have anything else. What else did we have?
I'm
Um,
still waiting. I'm still waiting to say, okay, that was a struggle meal. So far, like everything sounds so privileged. Think
are
like
you
you haven't
serious?
had even yes, even till this day, you haven't had like a struggle meal, like where you had $2, $3 in your pocket, you had to go to the dollars. Like
Of
you ain't.
course, of course. Like we eat ramen, but I don't like the regular type of ramen. I like the ramen that's in the bowl that have the vegetables and stuff in it.
See, you keep stirring away from struggle meals. I can see you just not gonna understand this language at all.
I
It's
mean, what
cool
do
that you
you
never.
mean? Like,
I mean,
what do you
it's
mean? Like
fine. Like
peanut butter and
yo,
jelly and stuff? I mean, that's average what everybody else have in their home.
listen, I applaud you for not having a struggle meal. Not everybody,
Man, come on.
not everybody got the story, but okay. So, what's the cheapest meal that you ever had to put together? Two, let's say two different things, three different things that you had to put together.
Um, Coney's fries and something to drink. I
Would you
mean,
consider that a struggle meal? Because you can purchase that
would I consider?
at
No, I
Coney
wouldn't
Island,
consider that a struggle meal. No, no.
just like the cheapest thing you put together.
The cheapest thing I've ever put together was spaghetti.
Okay, so that was hard for you to answer. So this should be very
It
easy for you to answer.
wasn't.
Yeah, it was because I couldn't even find the struggle meal
No.
at all. This should be very easy for you to answer. Um, what was your most expensive meal, and how much did you pay for it? And was it worth it in the end? I'm gonna tell you mine, cause I'm listen. I'm not really gonna go out like that, cause the surgery that I had in my stomach, and I can't really eat that much like that. But like the biggest meal I've ever seen is when I took the boys to IHOP and Sumar, and the bill came up to like $106 or something, like $116. That was the highest bill I've seen, like far as going out for food, and that's for me and a bunch of other people. But versus you kind of a staple for paying a lot of money for some good, for if not you, at least Kiki over there, keep money. So what's the most expensive bill you've seen? Was it worth it? Would you do it again?
Yes, it was worth it, and I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again this year. I'm not going to tell you how much it cost, but it was absolutely worth it. It was absolutely worth it. It was
I
absolutely worth it.
mean, okay, so you don't have to give us an exact number. Was it like over $200?
Yes,
All right, you know what?
absolutely.
I can't even beat that. You got it. They say it ain't tricking if you got it. So hell, I can't even be
Whatever.
mad at that.
It was
So let's
absolutely over $200.
XD, what's up? I like that. Don't tell me. Hold on. He just dropped something. It was like a cartoon, almost like a cartoon snippet, and I screenshotted it in my phone. Um, let's see what was that? Hold up. It ain't the full song. Let me see. The Puss in Boots. Yeah, y'all check out Puss in Boots by XD Line. So let's move into like the snack area, Funny. What's some of your favorite go-to snacks? I know you like Mambas. I know you like Mambas. I do too, right? Because they like a whole different version. They're like the smoothie of the now and later, right?
Hmm.
What
I
are some of
love
your snacks?
Mambas, zebra cakes. Um, what is those things called? Hot Cheeto, hot Cheetos. What else? Um, That's right, Lakeisha. The tropical mambas, fire.
Oh, that what you
Um,
said. Yeah, yeah.
mhm.
Are you into
What else?
rap snacks?
You know what? I don't think I know what they are, but I personally, I've never had any, but I know what they are. I've never
Whoa,
purchased any.
whoa, whoa. Not even my bag.
I'm being honest. I know what they
Wow.
are, but I personally have never had any.
Okay, to start out, if you see any for you in your area, the best ones that you can get, and I'm just gonna say, a lot of people gonna tell you Migos, the ones with the dab of ranch, they are okay to begin with, but Romeo, Lil Boosie,
Hmm.
and Nicki Minaj, hands down, got the best. Not the Nicki Minaj hot. She did too much with those ones. As a matter of fact, it's too much flavor. You can't even taste the hotness. But her honey kind, love Boosie. It don't matter what Boosie flavor you get. And a little Romeo, you got to start out with those. I recommend you try.
What about yours?
I mean, mine is the number one. Nacho honey, the best ones. But you know that was temporary. It only lasted for like 2 months because I didn't sell enough. That's because my audience wasn't big enough at the time. But I tried again, and they shut me down until I get 10,000 subscribers, and tell me to come back once I get 10,000 subscribers. So
So, what are your favorite snacks?
um, I'm going with. You said the zebra cakes. Those was my favorite, but I haven't even saw those in like a year. So I'm gonna go with wrap snacks. I love sunflower seeds. I could eat those any time of the day. Um,
Yes, sunflower seeds.
I gotta have me some kind of cakes, whether it's like the hostess, like the cupcakes. Those are my favorite. I take a Twinkie, but I think they changed the ingredients because they sold Twinkie and now they don't even taste the same. So I need some potato chips. I got to have three. Like my snacks have to come in threes. Have to be some kind of candy, right? Like gummies or now laters or something like that. Had to have a bag of chips and I had to have like a box of cakes or something. Then I'll be set with that. So those are my snacks. Those are my snacks, go-to snacks.
Have you tried the crunch sandwich yet?
I have. We call it something
The
different.
what chips though?
I think we just call it a sandwich with chips inside. But I tried them with Doritos, hot fries, and hot Cheetos, and I can say that hot fries was the best. I know
Well,
everybody at least one time had a bad experience with biting a Dorito, and the Dorito ended up in their mouth the wrong way, and they didn't cut their gums or something.
where I'm from, we call crunch sandwiches, and we only eat them with barbecue grippos.
See, what's that?
Really, they're potato chips.
Barbecue grippos.
Yeah, they're potato chips. They're the number
You
one
know,
chips sold where I'm from.
you know what else a
And we
good potato chip?
what?
Funyuns.
Yeah, but you have to get a good bag because sometimes they be
They be too salty and some of them be too hard.
bad.
Some of them be too hard.
Yeah,
If you
you have to get a
do
good
you watch
bag. You have to get a good bag of
do you
those.
watch any good cooking shows?
Hmm? I don't watch cooking shows.
Wow. Yo, you gotta start watching
I
some
don't.
cooking shows. They so inspirational. Listen, I wasn't really cooking like that.
You know what? I take that back. I take that back. Um, my baby, she wants to be a chef when she grow up, and she put me on to a children's cooking show, and she absolutely loved it. It's called Little Chef,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she loved that show because she wants to be a chef when she grows up. So that's about the only cooking show I'll watch is Little Chef with her.
What's up, Ashley? Thank you. Okay, so
Hey, big
switch
head,
the
what's
narrative.
up?
Switch the narrative a little bit. Same topic. What's the most difficult thing that was challenged to you to cook in the kitchen? The absolute most difficult. And why was it difficult for you? I'm not saying like it was hard for you to cook, but like it's Like I'm gonna give you an example. I think it was probably last Christmas. My, you know how many kids I had in the house, and then I had Jackie vlogs. Remember Jackie's vlogs? Her grandkids,
Yeah.
and then the boys invited their cousins, etc. So it was like literally like 15 or 16 kids in the house, and so I had to make enough for that many people, and so I don't have like all those extra big pots. I didn't have all of that stuff at the time, and so I had to start the day before, and so I ended up cooking for like 11 hours straight in order to have enough for everybody, and that was my most difficult cooking challenge in the kitchen.
Mine is when I made the seafood boil. Seafood boils are great, but I will never do it again. And I'm being honest. I will never make another homemade seafood boil. I will never do it again. I will absolutely never do it again.
Why
But
was it
they
so difficult?
um you gotta think all the stuff that you gotta put to make a seafood boil. In ours we had shrimp, we had the sausages, eggs, crab legs, lobster tail. What else did we have? We had the potatoes, and then I'm gonna tell you what the seafood. I'm not gonna share it. The different seasonings, and it's just really time consuming because you have to make sure everything is right before you put everything in that pot. And if it's not done right, through seafood boils, you just do stuff in the pot. And we had corn on the cob. It was just really, really time consuming. It took probably about maybe 6 hours or more. But I would they are good to make, but I personally would never do it again. I would never do it again.
So was it? Have there been something that you cooked and you took time on it, you tasted it, and you was like, "Yuck!" Like if you ever cooked a meal that you didn't like, this it turned out and you really didn't like it like that, or it wasn't as big of a deal as you thought it would be.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, my granny is from the south. Um, and she made everything from scratch. One food I can never master, and I'm just like, ew, this is disgusting. I cannot make homemade dressing at all. I can't do it. I've seen it done numerous times. I just cannot master it at all. It mm-mm.
Yo, quick side story about dressing. I've never ate dressing right as a kid growing up. Like every Christmas, we would go to my great grandmother's house, and she would
Hmm.
cook this big meal. And every time my cousin would say, "Put your dressing on a plate and give it to me," so I never ate dressing. And like as the years went by, like she would get sicker and sicker and sicker. She always tell me to try it, and I'm gonna like it. But I seen like the green vegetable, like whatever stuff that be inside. I seen that, and I'm like, no, I don't want it. And so, as I seen her getting sicker one year, I ended up trying the dressing for the very first time, and come to find out, I actually liked it. And after that, I could not wait to the next Christmas so I can get this big plate of dressing with the mac and cheese and what's the little jelly stuff that come out the can, cranberry sauce, right? And so
Hmm.
I tried her dressing one time after she begged me for years as a kid to try it. I never tried it until that one time. And so when I tried it and liked it, I'm waiting on the next year to come so that I could taste my great grandma's dressing again. And she ended up passing away, so I never got to taste it. But I'm glad I tasted it that last year before she passed away. And so that's how I discovered I like dressing.
I could eat other people's, but I won't. Not mine. No. Like,
Ooh,
no.
good question. Good question, right? Have you ever got some food from like a fast food restaurant or anywhere and something you found something disgusting in it, like a bug, or it just was like something was wrong with it that wasn't supposed to be wrong with it? Like you ever like ordered food or got it that had a flaw that was just like, oh no, like this got to go back
Um,
immediately.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I would say this wasn't restaurant food. We had went to the grocery store. This was the beginning of last year, and we had bought some crackers. I ain't gonna say what crackers they was, and I bit it, and I had made some tuna, and I bit into it, and it had glass in it.
Wow.
Yep, it had
Wow.
glass in it.
You know what?
So
It's crazy because I was just watching an episode of All That like last night, and it was the episode of they got a can of tuna, and I guess they ate the tuna and they had like a screw inside the tuna. So it was just ironic that you said that. Okay, so everybody was watching, really appreciate it. Everybody stop through with the thumbs up, we appreciate it. We're gonna switch the narrative and get into some music. Fanny,
and before we do
let's
that,
start
before we
off.
do shout out to our sponsors again, Apex and Your Nail Polish.
Absolutely. Y'all gonna love every single item that y'all see with even your nail polish, which we have three different shades of black, matte black, jet black, and what's the third one? Let me see. Molasses
You
black.
said
So
blue.
y'all check y'all go check those out and definitely check out Apex. And Fanny's about to drop us straight into the next topic, y'all.
Well, our next topic is music. Music, music, music.
You know what? As a matter of fact, before you start, hold on, let me unmute the
Hmm.
camera. Let me put the dudester out real quick. Before we
Okay.
start, speaking of music, and let me just do my research real quick before I ask you this question. Um,
Okay.
1,100 views 7 hours ago. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Talk to me. Fanny, talk to me. Talk to these
Wow.
people, man. Let them know what's going on, man. Talk to these people
Wow. Are
right
you
now.
serious? Are you for
Man, talk to
real?
me right now. Listen, and I listen. Talk to these people right now. Talk to these people right now. Hold on, let me
Oh,
go over.
wow.
Yeah, talk to them right now.
Oh,
What's going on, man?
wow. Wow.
So,
I didn't know.
so, could you give us a little
Last
bit?
time I checked, it was nine something. Last
Give
time
us
I
a,
checked, it was nine.
give us some insight. Like, give us some insight. Like, we want to know how this came about. Like, you definitely got to give us some insight. How did this come about?
You contacted me like super late, like super, super late. And he was like, we gonna do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And then if anybody know TSM, he gonna crack a joke. He gonna crack a joke. But at the same time, he be serious for real. He gonna say, I want you to do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And he was like, I want you to be on beat. I'm like, really, TSM? Is that what we doing? And so he got busy with something, I'm not sure. And I sent it to him. And when I tell you, he was cracking on me. I'm like, really? Called my I called my sister up like she was like she was laughing with me. And long story short, when he put everything together and he sent it to me, I was just like, whoa. I was like, this man is a lyrical genius. Like for real. How in the world he come up with this from a children's song? How did he do this? Like, how did he do this? And then he does it so effortlessly. Like you could tell he was born to do this. So with that, it was just like, I can't remember how long ago it was, TSM, maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, I'm not sure. Um, Somebody had put in a comment section about doing Mary Had a Little Lamb, and you gave me like the little snippet for it, and I had posted on my channel, and it got some good reviews over there. But when you contacted me, like TSM like to contact people at the spur of the moment. And he's like, I need this done like now, like right now, at this moment. And it's like, but TSM, I'm trying to do. He's like, no, drop that. I need for you to do this like right now at this moment. And when he came back and I heard it, I'm like, and the fun part about it is, I said I'm gonna play it for my babies. And when I played it for them this morning when they woke up, it was the funniest thing ever. It was so funny. They was around here dancing like they was in a full concert. They was like bobbing their heads. And it was just great to see how little kids, because kids, they gonna be honest. If they don't like something, they gonna tell you like, I don't. Mm-mm. But they loved it. They loved it. They loved all the nursery rhyme songs that's been put out so far. So congratulations to you. You doing your
So
thing.
the interesting part for me for the process was the fact that, okay, two things, right? The first
Hmm.
thing was, I think the first thing was like, yo, I actually, yo, this is gonna be the next project we need to work on, or we need to finish. Because I already supposed to put this song out, but Didi was supposed to be on it originally, right? She got busy, as all of us YouTubers do every now and then. We get busy to take care of our own channel. She got a little bit busy. Shout out to Didi, by the way, and some shit. But she got busy and she was unable to do it. And so I hit Fanny with the idea, and of course, man, she's a powerhouse manager. Any idea pretty much I bring to her, if it's the right idea, she's gonna act on it. If it's wrong, she's gonna be like, nah, that's not what you need to do. But she was pretty much down for it. And so I'm like, yo, you wanna do this tonight or should we wait till tomorrow? Because we already negotiating about the movie. It's already late. And she's like, yo, let's just go ahead and do it tomorrow. And I'm like, all right, cool, but I need your vocals. And she sent me the vocals, and as I asked her to resend me the vocals, I'm already working on the vocals that she sent me already, just fixing it up. When I say she sent those first vocals, and I'm like, did she get in trouble or something? She on punishment? She over there talking about some twinkle, twinkle, little. I'm like, yo, baby girl hiding in the bathroom recording this song or something. What
Look,
the heck going on?
but you gotta be honest. It was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. It was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, really? You want to do this like now, like right now? And I'm over here trying to do voiceovers, and you like, no, stop it, do this. And I'm just like, now keep in mind, I got to do how many voiceovers?
I mean,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly my point. Exactly
Ryan,
my
what's going on
point.
with you, bro?
And
I
it's
appreciate
like
you
my
coming in.
voice was done. My voice was done. But TSM, this type of person, he don't like the word no. You can't tell this man no. He's like, what you mean no? He don't care if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. He like, you up? Come on, let's do this. And I'm like, really? You know what time it is? And it's just like,
And
I
so
did it.
we ended up getting it there, but it's crazy because I was listening to it last night after we done, and I could not wait to post this song and upload it and get the feedback from Reverb Nation and of course TikTok and everything else. And for the most part, I'm definitely rocking with it. And I didn't think it was gonna be. And you know what's crazy thing is I freestyle everything on there. I just freestyled everything on it because, like you said, it was already late, and I'm like, I ain't got time to keep retaking. And that freestyle sounded damn sure good as hell when I played it back. And if y'all haven't heard it, check out Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. But before this even came about, we supposed to did Mary Had a Little Lamb. We supposed to have done that song first. And we still got that in the making. We're gonna let Twinkle Twinkle Little Star run up a little bit. Even my last video, YouTube took views away. I had to write YouTube. They wrote me back, assuring everything's gonna be good with that. But shout out to the kids for sharing it out on TikTok. They're using the dang song already. I wake up this morning, I posted, and like an hour later, I see kids on TikTok reusing the sound. And so I'm gonna keep doing this for a while and see where it takes me. And maybe a children's album will come out of this. I gotta talk to my manager. And so that was the great thing about that, Miss Fanny.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was fun, but like I said, it beat them late hours. It beat them late hours, which I don't mind. It's okay, but you got to be versatile with working with TSM. You got to be ready because he could be like, "Hey, I need for you to do this at a moment's notice." Even if you working on something already, he'll be like, "Can you stop doing that and do this instead?" So, I appreciate the opportunity. I really do. Now, my question to you, TSM, what made you decide to do nursery rhymes?
You know what? To be honest, I was looking at you remember the shorts I was doing when we first got into that whole AI thing, like the Bluey.
Hmm.
I was in shorts with Elmo and Batman and all of that. And I'm as I'm really going through all those old shorts, I'm looking and I'm like, yo, these kids is actually responding and asking for more of these shorts. And I figure, hell, why do shorts when I can do a whole video out of it or a whole song out of it? And so these kids asked for this. They wanted it. Like I say, if y'all don't go back to y'all older videos and check y'all comments, y'all never know who's in y'all comments. But like the Bluey, I think it was particularly the Bluey, the Elmo, and the Batman shorts that we did AI. And I upload a picture with them, and the kids, it's like you should do more of them. And like I had the Batman song and all of that, the cartoon songs, and I was doing the shorts with it. The kids was really interacting, and so I figured, yo, if they really want me to do it, I'm about to just give it a go. And I tried it, and for the most part, it's working out. And this the thing, fam. I'm gonna turn my camera on when I say this. A lot of rappers, this is what they shy away from. They don't want to be that commercial rapper. They don't want to be nothing that got to do with close to being a kid rapper. I embrace this. I love it. I want to be them. I want to be one of them rappers that got it bumping in the club. I don't. Man, I'm trying to get a daycare. I want to be in birthday party. I want to be in the school gymnasium. Hell, if you go into Walmart, I want to hear them playing Bluey up in that mofo.
I feel
I'm
you.
really not. Yeah, I don't want that image of the regular rapper. I want them to know like that's the rapper that rap for the kids. Like I'm embracing that. That's exactly what I want.
So, speaking of daycare, how did you feel when you first were told that your song was going to be being played in the daycare?
I said mission complete. Right. Listen, this is what a lot of people don't know. A lot of people thinking that I'm just uploading these songs for the YouTube and to get views on YouTube. No, it's real people like y'all on YouTube or like Miss VW daycare who plays that in her daycare. It's real people that's watching, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm aiming at that. Yo, let me try to get the attention of one of these schools, one of these daycare. Yeah, let a news anchor come in and watch one of these. Yeah, so I'm trying to do that. And that was the mission. That's what was the whole purpose of that. From the time I recorded it to the time I posted it, the purpose was to get one of these moms to say, yo, hey kid, come listen to this. And it happened and it worked.
How did you feel when you were told your song was used to help a baby with their physical therapy?
Man, listen. I knew I get a lot of hate though, like a lot of backlash, but it's just for me, it's like even if it was just that one person, it's like yo, I always said I wanted to, even if it's one person, just impact that one person, and just seeing it, it keeps me going. It really do. This is what y'all don't understand. When you're in competition with these other rappers, a lot of times that competition flow through your head. You can be as confident as you want to say, yeah, I'm the Superman rapper. It's people that want to be like me. Like I got my own style. People know who I am. You can be that confident and still listen to somebody else's music and go, I think I need to turn my music up a little bit. Or do one song like this, like, and so when I get feedback like that, it tells me, man, forget about what you think you should do and do what you got going on. And so it's confirmation.
So, how do you, when you putting a song together, the nursery rhymes, how do you decide, okay, I want this person to be on here with me versus someone who can actually, sing or whatever the case may be?
Man, listen, um, I'm I'm not biased. I'm trying to get it with anybody and everybody. And just so listen, because people, for me, it's a marketing, it's a marketing plan, right? This is what you don't understand. I will jump on one of these nursery rhymes with somebody who don't even like me. You know why? You want to know why? Because
Right.
when they upload that and post that, their audience gonna come to me building my audience. You know what I'm saying? The purpose of me doing this is to build, right? And so I'm trying to get on it with anybody and everybody. You even you got your own. It's people in your comments that I don't even see over here that I don't know. You got your own audience. I seen one of your videos. So I'm gonna go check TSM rapper out. So man, I will get on it with anybody because everybody have their own audience, and you can always grow from another person's platform. It's people you might get into it with other like right now, man. You might get into it separate forever. But it's somebody that subscribe to me from your channel and say, yo, I don't care about their separation. I'm still rocking with TSM. Woohoo. So my platform has grown because I got on a song with you or whoever else I might get on a song with. It's all about marketing. It's not about I'm gonna get on a song with whoever can sing the best or whoever got the best voice. No, 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 no. Somebody can have the most messed up voice, but because you did a song with them, their audience still gonna follow you. So you should market it based off of how you can grow, not based off of the relationships that you have with someone.
Mm, great answer. So when you go and because I remember you and I had talked for a while, you said you don't write any of your music down. You just get it straight off the dome. How do you do that? What comes to you when you put your music together?
Well, see, I don't know if you might have been there during the live at the time, which the live is still up on my channel. A lot of people question that, like, because I know a lot of rappers say it, right? A lot of rappers say that. I don't write, I can freestyle. I don't write, I can freestyle. I have yet to see one but Lil Wayne play a beat and just start rapping. And it's not off or nothing, it's just basically rapping, right? And I say, yo, one day I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do it live and so I'm cooking. And so like with me, when you are artistic, it doesn't take a situation to happen in your life for you to get an idea for a song. You could be doing anything in the world. It's like right now, me and you recording. I can just bust out rapping about these blue items in the back and the brick wall and all of that, right? We've done this with whipping up the chicken. So if anybody heard whipping up the chicken, that song right there, that song has been made through freestyle on a live stream. As a matter of fact, I was randomly playing my beats so we could have music to listen to while I'm frying this chicken because the camera wasn't on me, it was just on the chicken. And I'm going, yo, my audience at least got to have some music. I'm playing my beats. And hell, why not get the rapping while my beat playing? So I get the rapping whipping up the chicken because it's actually what I'm doing. And I get the freestyle in the verse. And then here we come the next day and the song whipping up the chicken drop. So my freestyles just come about just by being where I'm at.
So would you say your music is your therapy?
I can answer that. You want to test me? I could just play a beat and start rapping. But music is definitely therapeutic for me. It's matter of fact, I feel like when I'm upset and when I'm angry, I can't focus on one thing. I have to constantly move. I have to walk around and do something. I found myself one day just upset, very angry. You know, we know why. And I just started recording, and I'm like, yo, I'm actually sitting down, focusing on this. I'm not even mad no more. What was I mad about? And so, yeah, when I record music, it just comes out, naturally, and it does calm me down. So it's definitely therapeutic.
Do you see yourself in a very near future making a nursery rhyme with Myron?
Yes, he is very how could I say this? Interesting in music. As a matter of fact, um Inner Child. Don't Make Me Be My Inner Child. It's a song I have on my channel called Inner Child. And he's actually on that. That beat was originally supposed to be for me to just record a song. And as I'm recording, he's just like constantly asking me, can he get on the song with me? And every time he asks me that, I say, Myron, you have to wait. Because I'm normally be recording an intro song. And when he asks me, can he do it? And I say, yo, this one is business. I'll let you get on the next one. But by the time I'm through with the intro song, I don't feel like recording all my songs. So I always tell him the next one, the next one, the next one. And when I was recording that song, and he asked me, I told him the next one, and he said okay. And so he walked upstairs, and I'm like, you know what, Myron, come on, I'm gonna just change that whole song. Let's just call it Inner Child. And I put him on that one with me, but I'm definitely gonna get him on one of the nursery rhymes in the near future.
Okay. Have you ever thought about putting the EP together for your nursery rhymes?
It's it's been I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to because what I want to do is when I put it out, I want to have pre-sales. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
so
Hmm.
you know, I'm gonna write out a list and I'm gonna run that list through my manager, and she's up here on the platform with me now. I'm gonna run that list through my manager and see how many pre-sales would possibly be generated. And if I can see that see how much that revenue will come out to, then I will be able to invest the time to put together that type of album. And so that's what I'm actually thinking about doing.
Okay. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna put you on the spot. As your manager, do we bump heads a lot? Would you agree or disagree?
Yo, listen, definitely because like I said, I'm very specific, and you know, my issues that can't really be discussed on here. I'm very specific with things, and I have, let's just say, two different persons. And one day I can, you know, or one moment I can feel like, yo, let's go ahead and do this, and the next minute I can say, yo, stop that, let's work on this. And the person I'm asking to, which is you, I'm asking to do this work. Sometimes it can get frustrating. You might not move fast enough for me. You might not get it done fast enough for me, and I really hate that I'm an impatient person, but I think the things that I've been through in my life caused me to be that impatient. And the people I dealt with in my life caused me to be that impatient. Up until now, when I grew this channel, only is when I had an audience full of people that I don't need to be impatient with because they actually, rocking with me or riding with me. And so, yeah, I'm impatient. I'm very demanding, at times very moody, and I expect people to run at the same pace as me, and which I don't need to kind of expect that. I should expect people to move on their own pace, but I think it's just like a bossy mindset, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Um, Another question. What
Yo,
is
Key
your
Snap, what's
end
going
goal?
on? I'm sorry, hold on. What's going on, Key Snap? How you doing? Thank you for coming in.
Hey, Key Snaps, how are you?
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Franny.
You ready? It's okay. What is your end goal for the nursery rhyme songs for you?
To be honest, I always say I don't care about going viral. I won't at the end of it, because what I'm doing now, like the songs that I'm doing now, is giving people an idea of what type of album can get put together and trying to gain that interest in numbers, right? And then support. And so at the end of it, I want one of those albums. I'm gonna make an album and I want it to go viral just because I know that the kids are paying attention. And even my kids listen to some crap music. It's very influential, but it's not influential in a good way. It's influential in a bad way. And I just want to show them I got something that sounds just like what you're listening to, but it's made for y'all to actually be able to listen to. And so I wanted to go viral just so the kids can see what type of artists is out here, what type of music is out here as well. Give them an opportunity to listen to it. Key Snap, if you haven't checked out any of the nursery rhymes, matter of fact, Penny and I just dropped one. Go check them out.
Speaking of children, I remember that we were supposed to do a children's cartoon together. Are you still willing to work on that, or is that being shelved?
Now I think is the best time to put that placement in head position with the motion that's pushing right now, and at the rate that we're going, especially with these children nursery rhymes out. And so what I'm figuring is to configure the film that we're working on now, put that out as a placement and process that so that we can work on strategizing some kind of marketing strategy for that and get that in placement as well. And what I want to do is I want to actually move forward with that as soon as we do with what we have now without speculation or hesitation.
Okay. So with that being said, you heard what he said. We're going to be looking, because right now we just have the two characters, TSM and myself. Um, I think we're going to need what? How many more characters would you say we would need in addition?
Um, you know what? I have to go back and look, but I may can get Dariana. So I'm gonna plug you in with her, and I'm gonna let y'all talk that out. But I may can get her for sure to get in on this. What do you think about?
I think that'd be cool. I think the girls would be great on it. I think the girls will be great on it. We got to get all the girls. I think we got to get them, and we need some. We need some. We need some men in there too. We need some male voices too.
Hey, listen, it's a reason when I make these posts, I'm always putting super ladies because over the period of time, right? Hold All right, so over the period of time, right, I've mentioned these fellas over and over and over and over and over and over, and they have yet to come to the post. They have yet to want to come to and acknowledge it. Some did, some left, and so my focus is who's actually here. You know what I'm saying?
And that's understandable. That's understandable. I get it. That makes sense. So, with everything that's going on, what do you do to relax yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically?
Um, I guess you know what the boys call me a kind of call me an old man because I sit on the back deck and I watch like you know it's a lot of acres out here and it's a lot of forests and stuff. So I watch like the trees. It be kind of like you know these exotic birds flying around and just all type of reindeer in the daylight and just things like that. And I just sit on the back deck and just enjoy the view. You don't have to worry about people walking past like it's the hood and people walking past the house and driving all crazy just your personal private property, you sitting on the back watching the land. And that's kind of what I do as of right now because it actually helps me for my mental.
So, do you? So, with that being said, will you take any of that and make it into like a song or like a little series, just to help someone else who might be experiencing some of the things that you have experienced? Mainly geared towards children, of course.
You know what? That can be somewhat of an idea in the near future, definitely. Um, and right now, like I say, I think we pretty much because we only a two-man team. So we pretty much got our hands full, and we both know that just the film in itself, it's not like posting a music video or doing a song. The film itself, that's time consuming, very time consuming.
It's very is. It really is. Really is time consuming. With these voiceovers, it's just really it's a lot. It's a lot with these voiceovers. I haven't done these many voiceovers. Good versus evil. So it's a lot.
Yo, I'm gonna let you know this
It's a
now.
lot.
I'm gonna let you know this now. How you sent me those vocals last night, you may want to go over your voiceovers and make sure because you will be recording all of that for nothing. You know, I will send that stuff back to you and be like, nah, this ain't it.
I
You
already
got to do
know.
it over. Listen, with
I
this
already
film,
know.
this ain't good versus evil. We started out with that, not to downgrade our show, but you know that's the best thing we ever did with the Superman Good versus Evil. By the way, if y'all haven't checked out Superman Good versus Evil, it's on my channel, it's on Fenny channel. Check that thing out. But that was just the start out. That's what we learned from. We learned from that project, and so hopefully you've done very well, and you've done so much different from what we've done and accumulated in Good versus Evil. Um,
I have.
very strongly recommend you use that app that I told you to use.
I have. I have. I'm halfway finished. I'm halfway complete. I'm halfway complete.
Okay, cool. So,
Cool.
do you have any update
So,
or anything coming that you want to let the fans know or let the supporters know what's going on or what may be happening?
um, I just dropped a video about you on my channel. Go check it out. I think you. It's like a little tribute um to TSM. If you haven't seen it already, go over there and check it out. I think you guys will like it. Um, as far as anything else, like I said, I'm just working on the voiceovers for the upcoming film that we got going on. Working on some other different projects.
Oh, you know what? Hold on, I didn't mean to cut you off, but this idea came to mind. This
Okay.
idea came to mind, and just see. I don't know. I don't know if this guy will be in for. Hey Val, thank you so much, sis, for coming. I really, really appreciate you. Listen, I'm trying to get you up top. I want to interview you. Um, I'm gonna plug you with my manager here. I'm going to give her your email. You have her email, correct, Fanny?
Yes, I do.
Please look out for her email tonight, Val, so that we can set this interview up.
Who
Fanny,
are you? Who are you talking about? Who?
Val, Val.
Okay, I reached out to Val.
Now, what was we at before? I just was.
You were talking about something, an idea that came to your mind.
That's all. Idea that came on my mind. Oh,
Yeah.
Ryan. I don't know if he will be. Like I said, everybody's not all happy and tutti frutti like TSM, right? Everybody's not all for the game. But but listen, tap in with Ryan and see if he wanna jump in with us. Like see if even if he ain't got the time and he say I can do a small voiceover part. Tap in with him. That's a fella right there that come through and support. Ryan been tapping in.
Okay. Okay. I can do that.
And so we're gonna leave y'all off with some good inspiration real quick. And I was always told ladies first, so I'm up here with a lady. So lady,
Thank you. I just want to say thank you for everybody who joined us tonight. I really appreciate you all for coming. I really thank you for listening to us for almost an hour and supporting the channel, supporting the vision, supporting the music, and enjoying our shenanigans with the food, being a foodie. And I also want to say no matter what your day looks like, what it feels like, what you're going through, and how you're feeling, just remember that your strength lies within and you the best that you can be. And never give up, never quit.
yo Val, I'm gonna check because I think I checked the number. I didn't see it. Maybe that you had got the wrong number. Email me. I won't forget, and I want to let y'all know. Listen, we all go through some kind of stuff every day. And, even if you have a perfect day, we got somebody in our family or friendship that may be going through something. And we can't escape that as human beings. But what we can do is always keep our joy and happiness and not allow anything or anybody to take that away from us. We can be as miserable and as angry and as upset as possible, but we always should carry that peak of joy in us because that's all of our inspiration to get up, to smile, to keep going. So I definitely encourage y'all to do that. If y'all haven't checked out Together We Break Chain Productions, everything blue that you see behind me is definitely created by her. This is one of the sponsors. I don't even have to say anything about the sponsor, just pretty much leave it up there. Check out Yo Polish by TSM Rapper. Y'all can go to tsmentertainment.com. My website will teach you exactly how you can get a bottle of my nail polish. Fanny, I'd like to thank you so much for coming up here. And I'd like to thank everybody who stopped through and supported me, who's genuine supporters, the real supporters. I really appreciate y'all. It absolutely means a lot. Fanny, go ahead and close this out in prayer real quick.
Okay. Father God, I just want to say thank you for blessing each and every one of us who's in this chat, all those who are cloud watchers and the replay gang as well. We thank you for your presence. We thank you for your support. We thank you for your love. And Father God, we thank you for your protection. And if there's anybody that's out on the road, we thank you for watching over them as well and getting them home safe. And it's in Jesus' name we give you all the thanks and all the praise. Amen.
Yeah. Y'all make sure if y'all ain't catch this, man, check out the replay. Watch the thing back. Make sure y'all tap in tomorrow at 8:30. We may be doing an interview. If not, we're gonna come up here with the rapper and managers podcast. Until next time, I'm up out of here, man.
Good night, everybody.